If anybody asks, Sonny asked you to get something for him.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go get it, bring it back to me, and I'll help you out, all right?
Okay.
All right, go.
All right. No, Sonny sent me to get something out of his bag. Do you know what's his bag? That's right.
All right, thank you. You look me up. I'll take care of you. I'll get you in the rest.
No problem.
All right, thanks. Sonny, I'm gonna drive you nuts.
Larry Huntley, you dumb hillbilly. You think stealing the mask is gonna do something to me? Not on your life. I can't wait till the doctor takes that and writes it down so you can return to wrestling. You know why, Larry Huntley? Once he signs on the dotted line, I'm just gonna break your leg again.
Folks, coming up next, none other than the Giant Pharaoh. Don't touch that dial.
NWA on tour on Friday, March 13th invades Bangor Parks and Recreation Center in Bangor, Maine. Tickets on sale at the Pizza Oven in Bangor and Party Plus in Brewer. See all your favorite NWA on Fire superstars. That's Friday, March 13th. Bangor Parks and Recreation Center, 7:30 p.m. Be there!
Folks, Ricky O back with none other than the Giant Pharaoh going to ringside. Tommy, tell me about the Pharaoh.
That is one massive human being. I tell you that right now. And he's got a bad attitude. I tell you that too.
Tommy, in the last couple of weeks, we've seen the Giant Pharaoh and Danny Inferno form an alliance, taking on Chaos and Destruction. This guy's come out of it, and let me tell you, he's gotten meaner.
Oh, yeah, he's gotten meaner. But I tell you what, he's always calling for more competition. He's always calling for bigger competition.
I have to give him credit, Tommy. He hasn't backed down from anyone.
But I tell you what, though, NWA on Fire has complied with his request because we are bringing in bigger competition and more talent.
Absolutely. He has not backed down from anyone from Rick Fuller to Giant Apollo to Big John. And this week he's taken on another guy that we know is, pretty tough individual is Rugged Rick.
Oh, yeah, Rugged Rick. Pretty tough individual, as tough as they come. But like you say, he hasn't backed down. The Pharaoh is holding his own. He's living up to his reputation, let's put it that way.
Giant Pharaoh in the corner right there, strutting his stuff, over 7 feet tall, well over the 350-pound mark. He's got a 1.5 size advantage on Rugged Rick, but let's see what happens right now. Lefty Sanchez right there being told to step away and not touch the Giant Pharaoh's honorable headgear.
He has a huge disdain for the referees.
Anybody
with authority or anybody, he has a mountain of disdain for him.
I just avoid him. I don't know if you ever noticed. You don't see the two of us ever within the same ring.
I never have seen you with him. I never have seen you even talk to him.
No, I really just don't want to even be bothered with his no-nonsense attitude, his flagrant vulgarity that comes out of his mouth towards people like yourself. I find that very disrespectful. I don't like the way he treated you, Tommy, a couple times.
Well, it's part of it. You take the good with the bad, and you just go on. But he has a huge dislike for anything American. Anything. He thinks that he's Egyptian, and he figures his forefathers go back a lot farther than ours do, and he's going to go through us like a hot knife through butter.
Well, you know what? So far, nobody's been able to shut his mouth, and that's one of his great qualities is that he's as tough as they come, Tommy.
Yeah, he is tough. You got to hand it. You got to give credit where credit is due. He is one tough dude.
Rugged Rick right there. Oh, vicious overhand chop to the head there. That just put an end to the offense right there from Rick.
Well, I don't know. Rick is a comer. He'll come back at him. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, he'll absolutely come back at him.
He's not going to roll over. I
don't know if he knows where he is right now.
No, he doesn't know. He doesn't even know who he is, but he's going to come back. No, that's not going to work, Rick.
He's attempted a body slam on the Pharaoh, who absolutely, for the first time, we saw taken off his feet by the giant Apollo.
Uh-huh. That's right.
El Leon Apollo, the Lionheart, taking off the Pharaoh off his feet. And I'll be honest with you, I think it was a wake-up call to the Pharaoh. Like I said, he's just become meaner since that happened.
Oh, yes, he's really mean now. You know, especially with Apollo teaming up with Rick Fuller.
Our fans all over the world, I got to let you know, the giant Apollo being contacted from Japan, Mexico, Puerto Rico. The demand for the giant has just become increasingly more every week. The promoters all over the world want this guy, Tommy.
Yeah, they all want him. We've been getting emails from some of the top promoters throughout the world, you know, and I'm talking all over Europe. I'm talking Asia. I'm talking Puerto Rico, and I'm talking all the islands.
You can't blame him when you see this guy just put beatings on people like he is. The crowd here in Maine just loves to hate this guy.
Oh, they hate.
The best part of the whole thing is watching when he comes to the ring. The little kids despise the giant Pharaoh.
Oh boy, I've never seen expressions like these kids when they see him walk out. They hate him. I mean, literally hate him.
There you go, right there with a huge right hand to Rugged Rick. I've noticed lately too, the giant Pharaoh's become a little bit more aggressive by taking his opponents outside, using chairs, tables, the ring post. Oh, there's Rick with a reversal and a couple of shots to the midsection.
Like I said, he's a comer. He's not.
Oh, he bangs the giant's head off the ring, but I think he just got the giant angry.
That's all he did.
Huge throat thrust right there.
I think he's going to make him pay for it now, though, Rico.
Yeah, Tommy, I agree with you. There he goes. Bear hug. That's like getting squeezed in between a Mack truck.
That's like getting caught between a rock and a hard place. That's what that's like.
You're not kidding.
Look at Lefty standing next to the giant. He almost looks like a midget.
You're not kidding. You got to just imagine the pain he's in right there, being squeezed by those giant arms. He's able to fight his way out. He broke the hold, Tommy.
I tell you.
Rugged Rick laying in some stiff shots right there. Oh, into a sleeper hold right now. Another new maneuver from the giant Pharaoh.
Oh, good move by Rugged Rick. That was fantastic.
That's one way to break it
Boy,
up.
did he turn the table on him that time. No, Ricky, that ain't going to do it.
No, Tommy, that's not going to defeat the giant, but I'll tell you what, he stunned him. Big boot to the midsection.
Yeah, he is stunned. I'm surprised.
A right forearm to the ear right there. Reversal goes up and behind the giant. Another shot to the back. He's going for a roll-up. Just not able to get him.
No, size too big. He's overmatched.
Well, I think Rick's offense right there was a little bit more out of surprise than actually having a strategy.
But I tell you what, I'm surprised he's doing as well as he's doing, to be honest with you. I mean, he really rocked his clock.
Uh-oh. Summoning the power of the gods. We've seen this before, Tommy. Full Nelson. Full Nelson slam. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
That's it. It's all over.
We've seen him go into that trance before, Tommy, where he summons almost like godlike powers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Rick gave it his all, but it just wasn't good enough.
Uh-oh.
He despises referees.
He despises the referees,
He
but I feel
despises
sorry.
everybody.
What is he doing to Rick right now? He's got him locked in that head vice.
There's absolutely no need for that at all. He just likes inflicting pain. That's all. He gets a kick.
Oh, Tommy, he just snapped him. He made his head almost turn completely around there. Look at the size of this guy.
It almost looks like he's standing on stilts. He's so big.
He is a big, big man with a bad attitude, Tommy. We got to hope right now that Rugged Rick is all right, because I'll tell you what, folks, if you saw that, his head snapped almost completely around in a circle.
And he dislikes Americans. You know that, don't you? I mean, he's got no use for Americans at all.
Well, he comes from what he thinks is a greater nation of people. But, Tommy, you know what? We've got more NWA on Fire coming up, and we're going to be back right after this break. Folks, here's one from the NWA Vault, August 1986, Portland, Maine.